Friends and family, thanks for tuning in to this week's Thursday Night Thought. This week's thought is going to open your mind to a completely different relationship with faith. I promise you it's going to open your mind because it's something that I've never thought about until I received this week's message. What is created in the name of love is protected and nurtured by faith. For faith is the mother of your heart. Therefore, honor thy faith, that your dreams may become your destiny. How many of you grew up thinking that faith is something you have to have? It's something that perhaps you didn't have enough of. It's perhaps the reason why your dreams didn't come to fruition if you simply just didn't have enough faith. A lot of times these are incorrect teachings. And what I believe this message was stating is that we are to have a completely different kind of relationship with faith when we can look at it from this metaphor. And the metaphor is a mother. So if you think about a mother protecting and nurturing her child, then that child is the heart, okay? The mother is faith, the child is the heart. And part of that child is this creative, imaginative, beautiful dream that is in the heart that wants to come to fulfillment, meaning wants to grow into its destiny so that it can be reality, so that it can be fulfilled. And the role of faith is as the mother, the protector of that. So this week happens to be 4th of July. And it's one of those weeks where you start to really think about our country and how it is that there are people that serve to protect our freedoms, our liberty, our life, our pursuit of happiness. All of these things are protected by people who serve in that role of protection. And so it really got me thinking about how protection and freedom of growth go hand in hand. And then I want to tie it together with this story. So you can think about the role of a mother, you can think about the dream as the child, and then think about how it is that protection and freedom go hand in hand, and that freedom is for the dream to become the destiny. I know it's a lot, but I promise it'll come together when I start telling you the story. So last week, my family and I were getting ready to go out of town. We were headed to DC for 4th of July, and our daughter got injured, and she ended up spraining her ankle and was on crutches. So you can imagine we're going through the airport and with a daughter on crutches who ended up being a daughter in a wheelchair, and we're trying to get our family on board this plane. As a mother, it was something that was really bothersome to me because I didn't want her to be injured. I didn't want her to be in a wheelchair. It really was triggering me on some level. But what was interesting from her perspective is she loved it. She thought it was the coolest thing ever, that here we are, all these people are helping us, and she's being wheeled through the airport, and we're first in line, and she's not even having any perception or awareness of this injury. I'm the one who is almost placing this trigger, or she's triggering me on some level as a woman. But as a mother, my role is to protect and to nurture her through this experience. So we get on the plane, we get to DC, we get to our friend's house, we settle in, and the next day she wakes up, and no kidding you, she is jumping and dancing, and it's as if this girl was never wounded. And as her mother, I'm looking at her like, oh my gosh, okay, well, don't jump and run. It's not time to do that yet. We still need to take care of you. Were injured, like something's gone on. And I really had this love and desire to nurture and protect her in this experience as she's healing this last week through this injury. And she knew it. I think as a child, she felt this freedom to just be who she was. And she healed even faster, I think, because she wasn't focused on that injury. She knew I was there to protect her and love her through this experience. So now, Take this into the experience of your own heart as a child, because how many of us have been wounded? How many of our dreams have been wounded? And what will it take for those dreams to become destiny? Well, it takes believing that we have a mother that is there to protect and nurture us. So if you look at faith and that relationship with faith as your mother protecting and nurturing, then it almost brings awareness. For me, what it did is it brought awareness to this part of my consciousness that is looking out, is a little bit on the fearful side, because I'm trying to protect, I'm trying to nurture as a mother. And there's a part of our consciousness, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, that plays that role as mother. And that is our faith. Totally different relationship with faith. So when people are coming against us and saying, how is it you have that dream? Or you failed in the past, how do you think it's going to come to fruition now? It's our faith that we have to honor, not the other person. It doesn't matter what they think or what they've been through or them putting their judgments or beliefs on us. It's something that we are to honor, our faith, knowing that it's our faith in our dreams that is what protects and nurtures, so that our dreams can become our destiny. Do you see how that's a completely different relationship? For me, it was quite eye-opening. So I hope that encouraged and inspired you on some level, and I look forward to our next Thursday night thought together. Thank you, and have a great week.